Welcome to the HFY Tales channel. Remember to like and subscribe if you like the story. Enjoy and take care. The bustling intergalactic bazaar teemed with life, a vibrant tapestry of colors, noises, and exotic aromas. Alien vendors shouted about their bizarre wares, from glowing crystals that promised luck to strange concoctions bubbling in jars. As Tom strolled through the winding pathways, he couldn't help but marvel at the peculiar sights: a floating market stall selling sentient fruits and a two-headed creature bartering over a mechanical arm. His curiosity led him deeper into the maze of stalls, until he stumbled upon a bar that stood out from the extravagant chaos. The neon sign above the entrance flashed "Sweaty Alien Girl Inside," eliciting a chuckle from Tom. Whatever that meant, it felt like an invitation he couldn't refuse. Walking through the entrance, he was immediately enveloped in a warm, lively atmosphere. Laughter, music, and the clinking of glasses surrounded him. Zira, striking with vibrant green skin and hypnotic purple eyes, was performing on stage, her cheeks flushed as she danced. She finished a routine and beamed with confidence as her gaze locked onto Tom. "Hey there, Earthling. You look like you could use some daring adventures. Or maybe a good drink," she teased, her smile cheeky and inviting. "I'm good at both," Tom replied, amused by her energy, "but I have a feeling you'd put me to the test." "Only if you can keep up," Zira shot back, strutting over with a playful swagger. The tension crackled between them like static electricity. He could tell she thrived on challenges. Zira leaned closer as she whispered, "Warning, if you stop, I'll kill you." A playful smirk settled on Tom's face, igniting his competitive spirit. Challenge accepted. With Zira leading him to the bar, Tom's heart raced. She motioned for the bartender, a burly creature with multiple arms, and ordered 2 vibrant shots. The neon green liquid glimmered, enticing him. "This is Zalthar's Fury," she warned. "Guaranteed to knock your socks off." "Well, let's see what this Earthling is made of," he shot back, feeling bold. With the other shots raised, Zira leaned in playfully. "If you can keep up with me, I might just let you live." Tom chuckled, not anticipating how dangerous this night would become. They downed the drinks, and his mouth felt alight from the fiery concoction. Zira laughed heartily, encouraging him to take another. "Come on, Earthling, I thought you were brave." "Brave enough to handle a challenge," Tom replied, already feeling the effects of the drink. He matched Zira's competitive spirit as he shot back, "But you better not underestimate me." As rounds of shots piled up, the banter turned cheekier. "What's wrong, sweaty alien girl? Can't take the heat?" he teased. "Oh, I can take the heat, sweet Earthling," she replied, leaning closer with a sultry grin, dangerously playful. "But you might want to watch yourself. Because if you stop—" She paused for effect, her voice low and teasingly threatening. "I'll have to kill you." The crowd laughed, but the tension between them simmered with a mix of flirtation and adrenaline. As the contest escalated, he struggled to keep up with her wild antics and quick comebacks. Yet, there was something exhilarating about the chase, revealing layers of attraction. Their playful contest was interrupted, though, as a raucous group burst through the door. He sensed trouble in the air, but for now, he was focused on getting to know the fiery alien girl, who might just take him on the wildest ride of his life. Just as Zira's challenge reached its peak, the bar doors swung wide open. A gang of unruly aliens entered, their loud boisterousness powerful enough to push the festive atmosphere into tension. "Where's that sweaty alien girl?" one of them snarled, scanning the place. Zira's expression shifted instantly. The playful banter turned to alertness. "Uh-oh," she murmured to Tom, her voice tight. "Looks like trouble's come knocking. Get ready." "What do they want?" he asked, feeling a shiver run down his spine. "They're after me for various reasons." Zira casually shrugged. "I'm a little too popular for my own good." Suddenly the leading alien pointed directly at Zira. "There she is. Grab her, boys." Before Tom could react, Zira leaped into action. "Get ready to run," she shouted before launching herself at the group. His jaw dropped as he watched her twist and weave in a display of martial arts that was both impressive and intense. Tom jumped into the fray, the adrenaline pumping through his veins despite his lack of skill. He attempted to grab the nearest alien and ended up slipping, leading to a knee-slapping, comical fall. "I've got your back," Zira shouted, taking down two attackers effortlessly with swift, graceful moves. "Just try not to trip over your own feet." "But what if I do?" he quipped, a mix of fear and thrill racing through him. "Then I'll just have to save your adorable butt," she replied cheekily as she punched another alien to the ground. They fought together, a beautiful mess of bodies, alien masks, and flaring fists. Zira's energy lit the room, and Tom found himself captivated by her confidence. As more aliens rushed in, he felt a surge of determination swell within him. "Let's show them we're not to be messed with," Tom exclaimed, finally finding his footing. Zira flashed him a cheeky smile before they charged forward, their synergy creating an electrifying atmosphere as they took down their unwanted guests together. After the dust settled, the loud bar transformed into a cozy quietness. Together, they stood panting, adrenaline still coursing through their veins. Zira rested against a table, wiping sweat from her brow as she let out a loud laugh. "I cannot believe we did that!" she exclaimed, still buzzing with excitement. "You were incredible," Tom marveled. "You just kicked butt, I know," Zira grinned, an infectious energy lighting up her features. "But we make a pretty awesome team." Tom couldn't help but soak in the charm radiating off her. "Definitely. But you should teach me a few moves for next time." Zira stepped closer, mischief dancing in her eyes. "Only if you promise to keep up. Otherwise, I might have to kill you." He chuckled nervously, but the playful challenge sent tingles down his spine. "I thought that was just a threat. Now it's a promise." "That's what makes it fun," she exclaimed, leaning closer. "You could always opt out, but I guarantee you'll never find anything like this again. Not with another sweaty alien girl, anyway." "Now that's a bold claim. What's so special about you?" he teased, taking a playful step back. She arched an eyebrow, determination wrapped around her words. "I have more surprises up my sleeve than you could imagine." Her confidence radiated, and he found himself captivated. "Okay, then surprise me. What else can you do?" Zira grinned, her demeanor shifting back to playful. "Well, after all that chaos, I could really use a drink. Care to join me again?" "Sure," Tom replied, feeling the connection deepening between them. Whatever this was, he wanted to explore it. Outside, the lively bazaar hummed with life. But for them, this moment was all that mattered. As they settled back into the bar, Zira waved over the bartender, ordering drinks. Something less intense this time. "How about we settle down with a relaxed game of truth?" "Truth sounds more like a dare to me," Tom jested. "Cute. But it's not just any game. We take turns sharing secrets or stories. If you wuss out, you owe me a dare," she replied, her purple eyes sparkling. "Challenge accepted," he said confidently, ready for anything she threw his way. "I'll start," she declared, leaning forward with intrigue. "What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you during a date?" Tom's cheeks heated up as he recalled the incident from years back. There was this one time during a dinner date. I was trying to be charming and spilled an entire glass of water on the table, soaking my date." Zira burst out laughing. "Really? How did you handle that?" "I offered to buy her dessert," he shrugged, a sheepish grin forming, but she ended up laughing harder and just appreciated the honesty. "Okay, that's good," she said, still laughing. "Your turn, ask me." "What do you want to be when you grow up, other than a sweaty alien girl?" he teased, enjoying the flavors of their playful banter. Zira took a deep breath, her face shifting to serious as she replied, "Honestly, I want to be someone who brings stories from my culture to other worlds. Show them that not all aliens fit one mold." "That's really ambitious," Tom said, genuinely impressed. "I like that about you. You're unique and driven." With their banter flowing, they took turns, laughing, teasing, and revealing bits of themselves, growing closer as the gamified vulnerability wove a thread of intimacy between them. When Zira sensed the moment to ask, she leaned in with a glimmer in her eyes. "All right, last question before a dare. If I asked you to kiss me, would you?" His heart raced and the tension bubbled under the surface. "Absolutely." The room filled with anticipation as they leaned in, setting the stage ablaze with their shared chemistry. "Now, let's build on that," Zira said, pulling him out of his thoughts as she grabbed his hand and tugged him towards the dance floor that pulsed with energy. "You said you could keep up. Let's see it." "Dance off?" Tom questioned, feeling an interesting mix of excitement and trepidation. "Yes, and trust me, you better not stop, otherwise, well, you know what happens." She winked, and he felt a shiver of thrill run down his spine. The music dropped, and Zira began to move, effortlessly swaying her hips and twirling like a mix of grace and contagious enthusiasm. He watched in awe, captivated by her playfulness. "Show me what you got," she shouted, the crowd growing. Okay, he laughed, shaking off his nerves and deciding to join her. He attempted a few awkward dance moves, finding rhythm as he let loose. The crowd cheered, and Zira responded by challenging him even more. "Come on, I want to see you dance like you're at a wedding." "Challenge accepted," he shouted back, breaking out with exaggerated arm movements and footwork that drew laughter from the crowd. Zira couldn't help but join in, spinning up beside him, her energy infectious as she taunted him playfully. "Oh, I like this version of you." Pushing through silly dance moves, Tom quipped, "There's nothing like the Earth wedding vibes. How do you aliens dance?" She grinned widely, with flair and a lot of room for boldness. "But if you stop, I'll kill you." "Noted," he replied with cheeky laughter as he kept moving. He realized dancing wasn't just about the moves. It was about the connection. Each laugh and shared glance between them drew them closer. The dance sealed their bond, with every feel of sweat mixing into joyous playfulness. Spinning, twirling, and teasing, they became a whirlwind in each other's worlds. Finally, Tom transitioned into a final move, joining Zira for a spin that brought them together closer than ever. And they shared a breathless laughter, their shared moment telling a story no words could capture. Just when they thought they could enjoy the victory of their dance-off, Tom noticed a few shady figures lurking around the bar, their attention shifting dangerously towards Zira. Zira?" Tom whispered, tilting his head towards the onlookers. "Oh, no, not again," she groaned, glancing over her shoulder. "We have to get out, like, right now." "Why, what do they want?" he asked, anxiety prickling down his spine. "They might be in pursuit of popularity. Just trust me, they're not here for good reasons." "Then what's the plan?" Tom asked, adrenaline already igniting within him. Zira flashed him a cheeky grin as she pulled him towards the exit. "We make a break for it. No stopping. If you do, remember, I might have to kill you." "Good motivator," he smirked as they weaved through the crowd, zipping between stalls and joining in the frantic rush that suddenly filled the bazaar. As they made their escape, Zira took the lead, her confidence radiating. "Stay close and don't look back." "You got it," he said, feeling a rush as the excitement soared. They maneuvered expertly through the chaotic bazaar, the joyous chaos turning to the thrill of danger. With Zira's laughter ringing in his ears, every turn they took boosted his adrenaline, spurring a mix of respect and admiration for her fearless determination. Finally, they hid behind a large tent, panting as they took in their surroundings. "Okay, what now?" he asked, heart pounding. "Now, we plot our escape to safety before they catch up. But know this, if you stop moving, I might really have to kill you." Zira laughed, but there was something serious behind her eyes, and he understood the stakes. In the tent, as they caught their breaths, Tom leaned against the fabric walls, realizing they were finally safe. Zira stepped closer, her presence warming against him. "Interesting hideout. I could get used to these tents," she teased, a smirk on her face. "Especially with the world's toughest alien girl next to me," he shot back, enjoying the unexpected intimacy. "Only if you keep up," she teased back, leaning in playfully. "But really, I love the excitement. Thrilling, isn't it?" Tom couldn't help but admire her spirit and courage. It definitely makes for an unforgettable night. Suddenly, Zira's expression shifted as she regarded him thoughtfully. "You know, hiding from bounty hunters has its perks. What should we do while we have a moment to breathe?" He grinned, flashing her a mischievous look. "How about a little game of hide and seek?" "Ha, I have a better idea. How about you try not to get killed by the sweaty alien girl?" Zira laughed, pretending to pull a dagger from her waist. "Sounds less fun," Tom chuckled, holding his hands up in mock surrender. "All right then, let's play." Zira shot back quickly. her eyes dancing with mischief. "If you catch me, I won't kill you, but if you don't, I'll have to rethink our partnership." With playful competitiveness, she darted off deeper into the tent, leaving Tom scrambling to follow her. He chased after her, the thrill of the sudden game igniting another layer of their dynamic. They danced around the tent, hiding and seeking in playful ways, laughter echoing between them. Each time he almost caught her, she slipped through his fingers with a cheeky taunt, her confidence undeniable. Finally, after a few rounds of teasing and playful antics, Tom cornered her against a fabric wall. "Got you," he laughed, trapping her in place. Okay, you win this time," she exclaimed, her breath hitching with excitement. The adrenaline slowed, but they remained so close, the air thick with anticipation now. "Guess I'm safe from the killer," he said, smiling as he brought an elevator of warmth towards them. Suddenly, a wave of understanding surged between them, and the moment took on an intimacy that grew heavier with every heartbeat. After catching their breath from their playful chase, Zira studied Tom with newfound intrigue. "You know, if you keep this up, I may have to train you as my earthling sidekick." "Sidekick?" he laughed. "What qualifies me for that?" "Survival skills, humor, and an unyielding spirit," she replied, a teasing glint in her eyes. "But first, let's see if you can handle my cooking skills. I don't know about you, but I'm starving." "Cooking?" Tom asked, surprised. "You cook too?" "Yep. Just because I enjoy an adrenaline rush doesn't mean I can't whip up a mean meal," Zira said, flashing her trademark grin as she rummaged through secret compartments in the tent. As she produced an assortment of alien ingredients, various shades of purple, glimmering green, and a bright yellow root Tom hadn't seen before, he watched in fascination. "Let me help, though I have to warn you, my culinary skills are no match for yours," he confessed, grabbing a nearby utensil. "Perfect! I'll teach you the basics," Zira exclaimed excitedly, outlining her cooking methods with bold enthusiasm. "We're making something special, Zalthar soup." Together, they combined ingredients with laughter and casual flirtation. Zira guided him through the process, her hands elegant as they chopped and stirred. With every playful jab she took at him, the atmosphere grew cozier, charged with electric tension. "Careful with that knife," she teased. "Wouldn't want you to use it against me." Tom laughed, pouring his own unique flair into the dish under her guidance. "Only in your dreams, sweaty alien." After a while, the pot bubbled happily, filling the tent with aromatic scents. They shared stories about childhood dreams, hopes packed with laughter, and even thoughts about leaving behind their familiar worlds. As they settled onto cushions to feast, Tom marveled at how amazing the soup turned out. "This is incredible," he said, savoring the alien flavors. "You've got some serious skills?" Zira beamed, pride echoing in her expression. "And you held your own. Maybe you're ready for the next adventure." Suddenly, she leaned in closer, her purple eyes locked onto his. "And speaking of adventures, maybe we should have a bit of fun after this." As they enjoyed the meal, Tom's heart fluttered at Zira's words. He wanted to know more about the fierce yet playful alien sitting across from him, and something urged him to open up. "What drives you, Zira? What do you really want from all this?" he asked, genuine curiosity nestled in his gaze. Zira paused, seemingly considering. "Beyond the glory and light-hearted adventures, I'm searching for more meaning in life. I want to connect with the universe, show others the beauty of my world and yours." Tom nodded, prompted to share too. "I get that. I feel so caught between expectations and wanting to understand who I am and where I belong." "Have you found that yet?" she asked softly, leaning forward. "I thought adventure would be my answer, but now it feels like I'm missing so much. Like I'm still tools in the box," he confessed, his vulnerability spilling forth. "But I don't want to rush it. I just want to know." "You mean you want to discover your purpose?" Zira leaned in closer, connecting with his struggle. "Exactly," he said, gratitude washing over him. "I want to explore, make a mark on my own terms. But it has taken so long to feel free." Zira nodded, admiration flickering in her eyes. "We're so similar, you know. I feel the same weight of responsibility, and I want to show the universe I'm more than just the sweaty girl." Suddenly, they both realized how vulnerable they had become, passions intertwining amidst their emotional honesty. "You're so much more than that," he said softly, sincerity wrapped around every word. "And you're far from average," Zira whispered, her gaze dipping to his lips, inviting the moment to deepen. "You're brave, intelligent, and almost dangerously charming." He felt unabashed warmth spread through him, a thrilling awareness of her magnetic presence that was almost intoxicating. "You know, if I were to stay in one place, I might just have to kill you too." This solemn jest brought them both back to laughter just as quickly, creating a tender moment between them that connected their hearts. As they leaned closer, their lips almost touching, the world around them faded. But just as the magic of their moment built, the tent flap flew open, revealing the group of bounty hunters looking furious. "There they are," one of them shouted, pointing at Zira and Tom. Her eyes widened in horror. "Not again!" Panic surged through Tom as Zira jumped to her feet. "Run!" she shouted. "Get behind me!" Without thinking, Tom followed her lead, adrenaline rushing as they scrambled towards the back of the tent. Zira scowled at the bounty hunters, ready to fight. "You want me? You'll have to get through him first." "You think we can't handle a little earthling?" the lead hunter taunted, advancing toward Tom with a sneer. "Don't underestimate him," Zira warned. "He's not as easy as he looks. And if you touch him, I swear." She trailed off, eyes fierce with an energy that illuminated their fierce bond. "Or what?" the hunter jeered. "Or I'll kill you," Zira shouted, drawing the hunter's attention momentarily as Tom processed her fierce declaration with admiration. Fueled by determination and protective instincts, Tom took a step forward, feeling a surge of confidence while he retrieved a stray object from the floor. "You'll have to get through both of us," he stated boldly, surprising even himself with the growl in his voice. Zira smirked with pride as they faced the intruders together. "Nice to see you finally got some backbone." They moved as a unit, using whatever they could find, the scattered ingredients and a few odd objects, to fend off their attackers. With each deflected blow and tackled alien, their bond deepened alongside the thrill of teamwork. Under the dim lights, history was made through laughter and skill. They found their rhythm amid the chaos, learning to balance the humor with a calculated defense, combining their unique strengths against a common enemy. "We're not going to stop, because we have more adventures yet to come," Zira triumphantly shouted, with a wink toward Tom. "And if we lose, I might die," Tom added jokingly. But determination burned in his fierce gaze, propelling them forward as they echoed back and forth to join forces. Back against the tent wall, Tom and Zira pushed against the oncoming hunters, adrenaline flaring as their combined skills elevated the intensity. They dodged, kicked, and fought valiantly, relying on their instincts born from the night's adventures. "Trust me," Zira shouted, using her agility to spring over an unsuspecting enemy, just before delivering a swift kick that sent him crashing. Tom was right behind her, navigating through the fray. "Think we can outsmart them?" he asked, taking advantage of the element of surprise as he snatched a nearby pot and threw it violently at one of the hunters, creating a ruckus. The commotion scattered the attention. "Absolutely. I'll distract, you be ready," Zira countered, her playful wink igniting his determination. With deft agility, Zira sprinted toward an opening, her movements fluid and precise, flinging herself out into the open before the startled hunters could react. "Here goes," she shouted boldly, waving her arms and diverting the attention. "Catch me if you can, losers." Tom saw an opportunity and followed her lead, springing forward. Together, they transformed the chaos into a synchrony of calculated maneuvers, swinging around obstacles and evading the hunters who struggled to keep up. "Stay focused, you're doing great," Zira encouraged, adrenaline pounding as she caught a glimpse at the widening gap between them and the dangerous pursuers. "Good to know I'm not just dead weight," he quipped, his confidence invigorated by her praise. The hunters, frustrated by their antics, stumbled over each other in a last-ditch effort to capture them. Seizing this moment, Tom and Zira twisted and ducked, launching themselves into an opening that led them out of the encampment. As they dashed into the starlit sky, they felt the coolness of night wash over them, curiously soothing their racing hearts. "We did it!" Tom exclaimed, excitement coursing through him. Seriously, I can't believe how fun that was. Zira laughed, her spirit infectious. Way to go, Earthling. You've survived another encounter with a sweaty alien girl. His heart raced not just from the escapade, but from the connection they shared, stronger and more profound than before. Let's keep this momentum rolling. They finally found refuge in an abandoned alcove filled with alien decorations, where laughter echoed as they caught their breaths. The thrill of their journey together wove a splendid tapestry of connection and intimacy, moments filled with adventure and joy. Wow, what a night, Zira sighed, leaning against a colorful wall. You actually kept up with me, Earthling? Barely, he chuckled, feeling a mixture of exhilaration and warmth wash over him. But honestly, I wouldn't trade this night for the universe. Zira stepped closer, her expression shifting to sincerity. I didn't expect to have this much fun, or to feel this connected to anyone. Well, he began, meeting her gaze with a hint of nervousness. What if we explored this connection more, like beyond tonight? Are you asking me to join you on your adventures? She inquired, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Yes, Tom declared, emboldened by their experience. I want you with me, finding something more, together. Zira grinned, excitement dancing on her features. I'd love nothing more than to explore the universe with you. I promise not to kill you, at least for now. Their laughter echoed around them, harmonizing like music under starlit skies. Everything felt perfectly aligned in that moment. A shared sense of trust enveloped them, a belief in the adventures yet to unfold. Then it's a deal, Tom replied, their hands intertwining, palm to palm, as though sealing a promise. Slowly, they leaned in for another kiss, feeling the warmth spread between them as stars twinkled overhead. The world around them faded into abstract beauty, leaving only them and the undeniable connection they shared. As they broke apart, Zira took a deep breath, a thought forming. And just so you know, if you ever stop keeping up, she teased, mischief dancing in her eyes, I might just have to kill you. Touché, he laughed, feeling the thrill of their journey ahead. But for now, let's move on together. With hands still intertwined, they ventured forth into the unknown, eager for the adventures lay ahead, feeling more alive than ever with nothing but excitement propelling them into the brilliant expanse of the universe.